Hello, friends. Welcome back to Sunday Shenanigans with me, your host, Trevor Stewart 1308, and we are here with the ASOC Prod Cat and the Peanut Gallery. Hi, Lockpick. How you doing? Hi, Just Me Crystal. Good to see ya. And we are going to be listening to an episode, a clips show episode of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. But first, let me do today's ad read. We are brought to you in association with The Hidden Leaf, downtown Charlottesville, Virginia, and Sky Mall VA, also downtown Charlottesville, Virginia, 105 West Main Street, on the bricks and above the bricks. Great place to go with some great buds to get some great buds, eh, bud? Only thing better than their bud is their customer service. We're also brought to you in association with Kush Gang Snacks, findable on Instagram at KGSnacks434, and Firehouse Organics, spelled with a Z, findable on Instagram at Firehouse Organics, spelled with a Z. We are also brought to you in association with Dope Ash Drinkables. Get dope, stay dope, be dope. Oh, darn it. Get dope, stay dope, be dope. Yes, that is their tagline. And you can find them at Sky Mall VA, downtown Charlottesville. Note of disclaimer. We will be expressing opinions on the show today. Those opinions belong to us, the expressor of the opinion, probably Lockpick. The channel, the parent or the parent company, but not necessarily any of our advertisers, including Hidden Leaf, Sky Mall VA, Kush Gang Snacks, Firehouse Organics, and Dope Ash Drinkables. Okay, I think I made it through the ad read that time. There we go. We got through that. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well enough. Yourself?
Doing pretty good. So we did not have a show yesterday because we were off at the Virginia Renaissance Festival getting interviews and covering that.
Yep.
So now I got away with no sunburn yesterday. How'd y'all do?
I'm fine.
Uh-oh. You're fine. Cat,
Yes.
how'd you do on sunburn?
Considering I started off the day with bruises, I am now officially black and blue and red all over.
I was about to make a pig in a blender joke.
Yeah. Wrong animal.
Yeah, but cops are black and blue.
Fair. Still wrong animal.
Yeah,
You got to figure out a cat one.
Yeah. That would just get a little too, that would get a little too, like, in depth, trying to get that, a Russian cat and a witch's cat in a blender. It loses its rhythm.
No, you don't have to go Russian and have two separate. Just a Russian witch's cat.
Eh. I don't think people will think Russian blue and black cat
Eh.
on that one. The key to working a good joke is managing what other people think when you start your joke.
Ah, so you're into mind control. Got it.
Yeah. I mean, yes, that is comedy. Comedy is mind control on some level. The big secret to comedy is subverting the expectation. Well, to subvert the expectation, you've got to create
Timing.
the expectation first. No, timing is just part of comedy, part of the math of comedy. So you have to control expectations before you get to the punchline,
Mm-hmm.
which is why wording matters so much. Why I work so hard not to include any of the words in the punchline in the setup to the joke.
Fair.
It's not
Well,
funny when I
the
break it down
other.
like that. No, it really isn't. Comedy is math and science and linguistics, and it's a the inner workings of comedy is not nearly as funny
Hmm.
as its result.
Did you realize that Paris has thought police?
No,
Of course. They have to practice mime control.
mime control.
For the
See,
sake of
that
the
was
joke.
good. That was good control of expectations. Let the setup happen organically and just know what to say when the time comes. That's why I like improv style stuff. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Um there is there's a lot of good comedy in that in the improv yes and world. It is some of it is a matter of preference. Some of it is a matter of I mean, some of it is just a matter of situation. And yeah, no, having a good idea of what to say when the time comes is really helpful. It takes for me that takes a lot of practice, a lot of it's very rare that I have that I just know what the funny thing to say is. More often than not, I don't entirely know what I'm saying, but whatever I say just happens to be the right thing and it's funny. And that is actually sort of why I started working on the math and science of comedy, is because I wanted to understand why it was funny. To be more accurate, it sounds like somebody put the most recent Cheshire Cat in a blender. Okay.
He's black and blue.
I mean, yeah. Also, accuracy doesn't necessarily make good comedy.
Oh, I know. Arguing with it though does, or at least it makes it entertaining, if not comedic.
Entertaining for somebody. Hey, head right, head not right. There's a NECER, a good time to say anything like the clown joke. And there is never a good time. Okay, never. Ha, yeah, the clown joke. Oh, the clown joke.
Mm-hmm.
You tell.
No, because head nod right said, no, never time. So no telling.
It's I've made it. Does this taste funny to you? Hey, Master Rasta 420, good to see you. That's what one cannibal said to the other when they were eating a clown.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's not the clown joke. The clown joke is an epic joke that is awful. It is only funny for the person telling the joke. Or somebody who's sat through all 45 minutes of the clown joke and is watching
Wait a
somebody
minute.
else have to sit through all 45 minutes of the clown joke.
So it's funny for the teller, or it's funny for the audience, but only if they sit through it through an hour and a half long joke.
The joke is only 45. Well, the joke is however long I choose to make it. I've gotten it up to 45 minutes.
Right. So they sit through it the first time, and then as they're watching someone else sit through it for the first time, that means they're sitting through it for the second time. So it's an hour and a half long joke for them to find it funny.
Yes. Well, it's only 45 minutes for them to find it funny because they are laughing the entire second 45 minutes at the poor person who has to hear the joke for the first time.
So you're saying that most of our streams are the clown joke?
No.
No, because we're enjoying it too.
Because
Funny for the teller.
it doesn't end. It doesn't end in such an. It doesn't end in a way that makes you go, "Fuck you, dude," dropping the F-bomb.
Not usually.
Because it's the clown joke really does make you want to say that to the person who told the joke. You're like, F you. F you for taking 45 minutes of my life for that trash. And for the most part, I don't think we end our streams on an F you note. I don't think our audience is like, I wasted 45 minutes of my life or 2 hours of my life being here.
No. While we do occasionally end on a downbeat, it's never been that strong of a downbeat.
No. Yeah, this is enough of a downbeat that it's like, oh, you awful person, you. And it's not a downbeat, it ends on a painful punchline. It just ends in a way that makes you go, I do not like you anymore.
Punchline sounds painful anyway.
So it's how a comedian breaks up with his audience?
No, because then the audience wants you to do it again to somebody else because you did it to them.
Shut up, Frida.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up telling the clown joke over and over again. It's because other people were like, oh, no, make somebody else hurt too. I need to share this pain. But that's sort of, that's how I felt about it.
That's why you told it.
Right. Like, somebody told me this joke. I was in middle school, maybe, when somebody told me this joke. And I was like, I don't think we're friends anymore. But then I watched him tell it to another person, and I was like, oh, I get it. I'm in on the joke now. So I've hung on to it for 30 some odd years.
So basically, What you're saying is the audience is the joke, and the secondary audience is in on the joke.
Yes. Norm Macdonald often did jokes like that when he didn't feel like answering interview questions. The moth jokes was one of my faves. Okay, yeah. Yes, it was a lot like a Norm Macdonald dodge. In its own way.
That's
I
fun.
mean, it also had the setup of being a story joke. You know? So, it should have stayed retired, dead and buried forever. Don't tell me, Head Not Right, don't tell me you weren't laughing inside when I was torturing the old hippies with that one. Don't tell me you weren't enjoying watching me torture them with that. Watching, oh, watching my godfather have to sit through this entire thing. And he was the one who I got it up to a good 45 minutes on. Because when I was a child, he used to torture all of us kids. He once gave me a penny and an ice cube. Told me, likely started off simple and innocent enough, but then someone like you got a hold of it and weaponized it. Yeah, probably. He once lined all of the kids on the commune up, oldest to youngest, told us all we were getting candy, and then gave us each a spoonful of cod liver oil. But because we were in a single file line, none of us could see the face of the person in front of us. So each kid, after they got the cod liver oil, turned around and lied to the entire rest of the line about how good it was. And guess who was the youngest? This man also used to make me kiss his ring like he was the Pope.
Okay, that's special.
Used to hold his fist out and say, "Get a good running start." The man used to torture us.
Yes.
So making him sit through 45 minutes of the clown joke. And for a bit of context, by the way, this guy is Madeline Kahn's brother. So he had that Mel Brooks sense of comedy in there as well. Adults need entertainment too. Yeah.
Just because that would have been more efficient lockpick doesn't mean that it would have been more entertaining for Trevor.
Jumper cables in a car battery takes less than 45 minutes. Just saying, I had efficient options. you know, yeah.
There's
but
efficient.
there was some satisfaction in that somehow he didn't get up and walk away he had the ability to walk away from the joke the entire time, but he didn't. He did it to himself. Didn't say ethical.
So you're making the quote unquote clown joke sound like the Aristocrats.
Yep, except for not as disgusting. Not quite as gross as the Aristocrats. And a lot less funny. ultimately it's not really that funny a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's only funny for the teller and the secondary audience who is going, I've sat through this before.
Mm.
The clown joke. Oh, God. It's okay, so I do have one worse than the clown joke. And it's the octopus joke. And the rough one on the octopus joke is what you do is you tell somebody, remind me to tell you the octopus joke at some point, and then you walk away. And every so often you say, oh yeah, remind me when the time is right, remind me to tell you the octopus joke. Somebody strung me along for 2 years on this one. 2 years. I had to threaten to move out of town. I was actually moving out of town. I was moving away for college before I could be like, okay, tell me the octopus joke. It's in my brain now. Tell me the octopus joke.
That is the joke.
Oh no, there's a whole joke to it. And the joke starts with man walks into a bar and sets his octopus down.
Okay.
Remind me to tell you the octopus joke someday.
Don't worry, I'll forget.
All right,
It sounds like the classic of how do you keep an idiot in suspense?
Okay, I think we've made our point on that joke. So, moving on. We should probably get started with the show today.
Probably be a good idea, yes.
Why would we do something like that?
I don't know. It is just a clips show today, so we're not even keeping score, playing along. We're just listening.
The following program
Everybody
was taped in
clicked
front
on?
of an audience of real live people.
From NPR and WWDTM Chicago, this is Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm the only man still allowed to wear white after Memorial Day. Bill Curtis. And here's your host at the Studebaker Theater in the Fine Arts Building in Chicago, Illinois, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, everybody. As you know, every summer has an official theme, so we're taking the week off to wait until this year's theme is announced so Bill and I don't get it wrong again.
We were so embarrassed during Hot Girl Summer when Peter and I showed up as lukewarm boys.
So while we wait for the official announcement, we're here to offer you some delightful things we did over the last year or so. Let's start with an extended version of our interview with actor and comedian Tiffany Haddish from November of 2025.
Peter asked her what jobs she took to support herself during her early years. And one answer was a little surprising.
An energy producer at bar and bat mitzvahs?
Yeah, I did bar bat mitzvahs, executive parties, Christmas parties, Hanukkah parties, funerals, you name it. My job produced amazing energy.
So wait a minute. So you were kind of a hype woman? You were like got the crowd hyped up?
I wouldn't
Let's
call
go,
it a
let's
hype
go,
woman.
let's
What
go,
I
let's
call
go.
it is an energy producer.
Okay.
I produce amazing
I got you. I
energy.
got you.
Yeah,
so
Peter,
I'm
like-
just flashing back.
You call it a hype woman? That sounds like Flavor Flav to me. No,
No,
this
that's
is
not it.
producing
Okay.
amazing energy.
All right, let me try
This is
to.
make grandma and grandpa get up out the chair. The energy so good they gotta start dancing.
All right,
You
so
understand?
yeah, so like I do actually. So I'm thinking back many years to my own bar mitzvah. This was a very long time ago, and I did not have an energy producer of any kind.
And it was a boring party, wasn't it?
It was pretty dull.
I'm be honest
It was
with you.
pretty dull. So
Peter.
it's too late now. It's too late now. But
It's never too late.
All
we
right.
can throw you a 67th birthday party.
We can do that, and thank you for
And we
that
can
estimate of my age. It crippled me. But first of all, so if you had been at my bar mitzvah many years ago, how could you briefly demonstrate how you would have energized the party so it was not the drab synagogue assembly room experience that it was?
First, I would go to you and
Yes.
I would go, young Peter,
Yes.
please take my beautiful brown hand and follow me, darling. And I would lead you out to the dance floor, and
Yes.
I would stand you right next to me, and I would say, follow my lead, do whatever I do, okay? And smile the whole time. No matter how it feels, just smile the whole time. And I would start with a side-to-side step clap, right? And you side-to-side step clap with me. And
Peter,
I'll be
do
like,
it.
That's right, Peter. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Oh, pump it up. Hey, hey, pump it up. Hey, hey, hey. And then the next thing you know, the whole room is pumping it up.
See, she got me dancing in my
am-
chair.
Retroactively, I am very excited and extraordinarily embarrassed. I am like, because whoa, that is
That's the Jewish way.
It
That's
is.
the
Well,
Jewish
yes, yes.
Peter, I'm gonna be real with you. I've seen Tiffany. She could make a dreidel spin without spinning it.
She's got that energy.
And then it just dreidels
This
on
is,
out.
and you did this for how many years?
For 11 years.
11 years.
11 years.
That was just it was one really long bar mitzvah?
No.
That was,
No, I did 500.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Oh, there are
I got flued out. I got flued out.
She did more bar mitzvahs than
Yeah.
I think they've had at the local synagogue in my lifetime. I don't know. And I'm sure they've had more than 500 bar mitzvahs at the local synagogue in my lifetime. But it's still a lot of bar mitzvahs. That's a lot of off-white blazers. God, I must have been 17, 18, 16, 17, like somewhere in that range. And I got this. I remember getting it for a costume for a play, but thinking back, I can't remember what play it was. I got this off-white blazer that was, it was bar mitzvah band white. It was this sort of creamy white, kind of hideous, kind of plain color. It looked like Florida. It looked like Florida. Like it looked like it should have been worn in Florida by somebody who was not exactly happy to be there, but was being paid to be wherever they were. I'm going to press play now.
Flown out. Hold on,
No,
people.
It's flued out. It's flued out now. Flued out.
You flew out.
I flued out.
Were you flew out in a private jute? What?
No, it was definitely public transportation.
Okay,
but-
yeah.
How come for Wait, Don't Tell Me we didn't flute her in?
I should have.
He can't afford it. He can't afford it.
Blame
would.
Trump for
All
that.
right, I gotta. That's sadly true. But you recently had your own bat mitzvah, right?
It was a few years ago.
years ago.
It was a few years ago.
Who did you hire? Because you have convinced me of the usefulness of this. Did you hire your own energy producer for your bat mitzvah, or did you handle that yourself?
I hired the same company that I used to work for. I hired them, and we brought in younger, more vibrant energy producers. and then like Billy Crystal did my Aaliyah.
Whoa.
No
Sarah
kidding.
Silverman's sister did she officiated my whole bat mitzvah. Susan Silverman.
This reminds me of a bizarre fact I learned today. Y'all remember Super Dave?
Vaguely.
Yeah, the stuntman who, like the Daredevil stuntman who always got like crushed or something.
Yep.
That's Albert Brooks's brother.
Albert Brooks. I'm not conjuring the face to go with that.
Defending Your Life?
Okay.
Nope.
Albert, I mean, I know he did a lot of other stuff. I feel like after Defending Your Life, he sort of went behind. Yeah, Super Dave was pretty awesome. I feel like after Defending Your Life, Albert Brooks went behind the camera. Also, Super Dave was made in Canada. It's a Canadian show.
Not surprised.
And while it aired on Showtime in America, and you had to pay, it aired edited, bleeped out in Canada for free. I watched a video on it this morning because it was like, hey, I am so curious about this all of a sudden. But yeah, that actor was comedy royalty.
So they had to pay him.
I mean, yeah.
And that's what you do with royalties, right?
Or you collect from them. Depends on which side of the crown you're on.
So you're saying, as comedy royalty, he wasn't just crowning around?
No, he was not. Did not see that coming. Well played. Oh, okay. So yesterday, I mean, like, not long after we got in to the Ren Fair, we were walking down Vendor Row, through like where the food was, where the, most of the food vendors were.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw one tent that was serving, I saw one tent. I turned to Peanut Gallery and go, I think they're accusing the monarch of being crazy. Because the vendor name was King's Nuts. They were selling, of course, roasted nuts, but the King's Nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, what note? These nuts.
And like it was the most beautiful. It was beautiful.
I want to ask you, one of the things I also learned is that during your years of struggle, you still had ambitions. You knew and you said sometimes in public that you were going to make it, you were going to be big. now that, well, you became incredibly famous with Girls Trip and many stuff since then. What is the first thing you did when you started making real money?
I bought a microscope.
A microscope?
Yeah, I bought
get
a
it.
$359 microscope that took pictures of bacteria, and I could upload those bacteria to Google, and I could find out exactly what it is. To me, okay, so in my mind, it was me developing my relationship with God and just seeing all the things He created. And did you know that some bacteria look just like people?
Really? I mean, I thought they were like some of them were like rod shaped and some of them were squiggly, but you're saying that you look through
and
that.
some of them is ugly just ugly. And I'm like, oh God, I see what you was doing. This guy's a bacteria like this, right? Like this candida.
And I know that.
And I'm just curious about all the stuff God does. Like that's why I like swimming with sharks and stuff, because you see all the plant life and animal life down there. And you just like, look how creative He is. He's so creative.
That could be your last thought just before one of those sharks eats you.
I was gonna say, what a better way to meet God than swimming with sharks. But actually, no. Sharks, the number of people killed by sharks is less than the number of people killed by hippos each year. Hippos kill more people each year than sharks kill. Period.
Well, there's another creature that kills more than sharks do, and it is absolutely
Humans?
shocking that this is true.
Humans?
But then just think of the sample size.
What's that?
Cows.
Okay, are you talking in the more esoteric, like high blood pressure, cholesterol, bad eating
Goring,
habits?
stampede, falling down in a corral.
You're talking in the literal sense.
Yes.
I mean, that makes sense, though. It makes sense, especially
It
when you
sounds
get those.
absolutely ridiculous until you think of the sample size.
Right. No, actual death from physical damage from cows. Yeah. That's, and when you think about the industrial size, beef and dairy production facilities and all of those cows, like it's easy to imagine that if you fell in, you're gone. There's just no, like, you don't want to be up in that pen with all them cows.
So no matter what happens, if you fall in, you're going to be moving on.
Utterly deceased.
Just like the cattle that got into the pot farm. It's really high stakes.
Sharks eats you.
I'm hitting play after that.
I know, right?
You know.
But see, here go the thing. Sharks don't really like people like that. That's why they bite them and spit them out, because we too acidic. So as long as I keep drinking soda, girl, I'm good.
Tiffany Haddish, it is a joy to talk to you, but we have invited you here to play a game, and this time we are calling it
Girls Trip. Meet Girl Strip.
You Start in Girls Trip, so we're going to ask you about comic strips about girls. Girl strips. Get it?
Yeah.
Answer.
Okay. Oh, I thought it was going to be something else. I'm like,
I know.
If it was boy strip,
I know.
know about the boy strip club.
I bet you do. But no, I wanted to clarify that's what we're doing. We're a weekend show for families.
Cool.
So here you go.
Okay, family show. Let's
Here we go. So answer 2 to 3 questions right. You'll win our prize for one of our listeners. Bill, who is Tiffany Haddish playing for?
Liz Patterson of Atlanta, Georgia.
All right. Here's your first question. The most famous girl strip is, of course, Kathy, that long-running strip about a single woman with issues. Kathy ended its run in 2010, but it left its mark on the comic strip industry. How? A, the strip in which she married her boyfriend Irving was so bad, the phrase marrying Irving now means ruining your comic strip forever. B, whenever a comic strip writer can't think of something for a character to say, they just say, ack, like Kathy did. Or C, the highest praise one comic artist can say to another is, I thought I was reading Kathy.
2.
You're going to go for B, the comic strip writer can't think of
C.
anything for a character to say, they just say, ack.
I'm going with C.
No, I'm afraid it was Marrying Irving. Really? Marrying Irving, because people believe that completely ruined. That's like the comic strip equivalent of Jumping the Shark.
Do you hear the people in the audience saying "ack"?
Yes. I think they were just acting out.
Uh-huh.
Next question. The Barbie doll was in part originally inspired by a German newspaper comic strip called Lily. Who was Lily, the character Lily? Was she A, the beautiful wife of an ugly bricklayer named Kenneth, B, a, quote, high-end call girl, or C, a beauty pageant winner who became a surgeon, an astronaut, and an Olympic gymnast?
B?
Well, I would like it to be C, but I feel like it's, especially when Barbie came out and all of that, and around the time, I would go with A.
You're going to go with the beautiful wife of an ugly bricklayer?
Wait. So what was the second one?
The second one
B?
was that Lily, the character on whom Barbie was partially based, was a, quote, high-end call girl.
High-end.
More of an escort, if you will.
Yes.
Well, then I'll go with B.
You're going to go with B.
Because the way her makeup was and stuff, and she always had her boobs out.
That's right. You have figured it out. That's what Lily was. So Lily was you got it right. Lily was a risque comic for adults in the 50s in Germany, and the company started making dolls of Lily, and the wife of one of the founders of Mattel was in Germany, saw one and said, hey, I can work with that. All right, here's your last question. The comic strip Little Orphan Annie ended its run in 2010. What was the adorable orphan's fate in the very last Little Orphan Annie comic strip? Was it A, as being held captive by an Eastern European war criminal? B, she discovered her real parents were the Romanovs, making her heir to the Russian throne. Or C, she instantly aged the 90 years that had passed since the first strip and crumbled into dust.
Like Thanos?
Very much like Thanos, yes.
Okay.
What was A again?
A again was that she was being held captive by an Eastern European war criminal.
Then I'm going to go with she got kidnapped, and that's how they came with the movie Taken.
That's exactly right.
Wow.
In fact, I believe in the final frame of the final strip, Daddy Warbucks is saying into a phone, I have certain skills. No, in the end, in the very last strip, Annie, who, by the way, during her life in the comics was constantly being kidnapped, Annie is being held in Guatemala by a man known as the Butcher of the Balkans. And as far as we know...
Wait a second. Guatemala.
Yep.
Being held by the Butcher of the Balkans.
There's a long, illustrious tradition of European psychopaths escaping to South America.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I was hearing there. Either that or it was an incredible story as to how everybody ended up there. But I'm hearing the obvious Hitler allegory. But the Butcher of the Balkans, that was oh God, who was that?
I don't think that's the right name.
Mm-mm.
I remember somebody having that nickname. I just can't remember who it was. And it was somebody like I just can't get there anymore. Oh well. I remember, like, in the late 90s, early aughts, he was tried in The Hague, I think, by the world, or he was tried by the World Court, at least. And he was found guilty of of genocide, and it was, if I could come up with the conflict, that would help.
I think
I could also
this is who
be
you're looking
off
for.
by a decade.
Hang on a minute. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name, so here.
Andrija Artukovic. Yes, Artukovic. Was prosecuted by the Office of Special Investigations of the U.S. Department of Justice. He, as the butcher of the Balkans, he was ordered extradited to Yugoslavia on November 11th, 1986, where he was tried in the Zagreb District Court. Okay.
I'm thinking that might be the one you're thinking of, because he was very, very busy in 1941 in Croatia.
Croatia. Yes. This is the guy. Thank you.
Very, very busy in that time period in that geographic location.
Thank you for reading my mind. I don't know how you got there. I mean, other than looking up Butcher of the Balkans. But
the thing is, you look up if you
look up Butcher of the Balkans, there are a bunch of them.
Yeah. In general, there are 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I bet most of them were generals.
There are 5 of them technically.
Wow. You know, it does make the Balkans sound like a much less fun place to even visit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be a great meat producing area.
The other one that you could be thinking of.
The other one could be?
Slobodan Milosevic.
Milosevic was the, yes. Slobodan Milosevic.
That's the
famous one.
That's the famous one. Who was, president of Serbia during the time frame where this guy was tried.
Right. That tracks. Slobodan Milosevic. I remember him.
But he was not actually tried for crimes. Well, let's see. Political opponents.
See, I could also be mixing up this dude's trial with Milosevic.
Well, that's the thing is this guy actually had a trial. Milosevic was arrested, but he wasn't arrested until like the 2000s.
Yeah, see, I think
that feels too late for what you wanted.
No. Yeah. I think Milosevic is who I was thinking of, but I was mixing up elements of Andrija.
Fair. Okay.
Well,
like I said, there are.
I mean, remember, I am my brain is cross-wired. History is not my strong suit.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the Queen of England was impressed with my historical knowledge during our interview. Yes, we got an interview with Her Royal Highness Queen Elizabeth Regina the First. I had the ability to ask Queen Elizabeth anything. And I feel like I asked her some of the most basic questions. I did not even push back on her use of Walsingham and his men. to purge Albion of Catholics. Like, what kind of reporter am I that I did not ask about the Walsingham situation?
We were busy trying to stay in character as reporters and not ourselves, so that's why.
Also, I didn't want to get ordered into the stocks.
You know very well your camera person would have helpfully escorted you and filmed you being put in them.
Oh, yeah.
So if you were ordered into the stocks, would you be GameStop?
No. GameStop happens when you get beheaded.
No, they're still around.
Yes, but your game stops immediately.
I was thinking it's just a big old meme.
No, I got where you were going with it. Subvert expectations. A round. All right. On with the show.
Still there.
I'm upset. I'm writing a letter.
All right. Bill, how did Tiffany Haddish do in our quiz?
Are you kidding? She rewrote the quiz.
She's a winner in everything. You have brought the energy in this little right.
Peter, I told you.
You told me, and you did not exaggerate.
She is. She's still going.
She's still going.
Brian was your advance man,
Yes,
Tiffany.
it's true. Tiffany Haddish is an Emmy and Grammy winner. You can see her in her new show, Tiffany Haddish Goes Off. It is streaming on Peacock now. If it is a quarter as fun as talking to her in real life, it will be amazing. Tiffany Haddish, thank you so much for being with us. You're the best.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You got that energy. We are one.
Aye.
One love.
So we've got the biographies of the brief biographies of Andrei Artukovic and Slobodan Milosevic here in the chat.
Oh, that's all 5 of them listed there.
Oh,
It just didn't do the spacing like I wanted it.
Oh, okay. So we've got Arturovic. We've got Ante Pavelic, 1889 to 1959, way earlier than what I was thinking. Milosevic, and then Ratko Mladic. I vaguely remember Mladic. And then we've got Radovan Karadzic. I also think I've heard his name before.
Yeah.
With 5 of them doing things in the same area, it's easy to get them to get elements mixed up and intertwined. Yeah, it is. So those are the 5 butchers of the Balkans. Until the next one. And I'm fairly sure that someone is going to emerge from this current war between Russia and Ukraine as another butcher of the Balkans.
Oh, as far as the last one, technically that would be the one in the comic strip. Because he's got the most recent date.
Who?
Of 2014.
Oh. Karadzic?
No.
Oh.
No. Henrik Willems, the one named in the Little Orphan Annie comic, was brought back later in Dick Tracy in 2014.
Oh.
So technically, that is your most recent one, is the comic book one.
Okay. Still not buying it. No, there is somebody in this current war who will be named the Butcher of the Balkans. But
very, very much so, but
when did Little Orphan Annie end?
2010.
I'm going with it was Milosevic that they were referring to.
Probably, given that he had died a couple of years earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm guessing
Very
they
probable.
were. Yeah.
I would share it with my son of a bitch.
All of them were that.
Well played. Have I told you the one word in Russian I know?
No.
Grachki. It's used to open the garage door.
Good, very good.
Thank you, Head Not Right, for that joke, by the way. Stolen directly from Head Not Right. This is why we can't have nice things. Yup.
The puns or the bad accents?
Us in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All of it. All right, I'll press play on the show. Get this rolling on.
Everyone, thank you so much. So we are spending the week preparing for summer, getting a base layer for our tans, and working on finally achieving that beach body.
Did you know they make suit jackets with matching Speedos?
So while we desperately hit the gym, here's some more delightful interviews from the past year to entertain you. In October of last year, we all went to Hawaii, where we talked to one of the great living masters of that island's traditional instrument, the ukulele.
Peter's first question to Taimane, how the hell do you pronounce ukulele?
Ukulele.
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 Lele.
You got it.
How about if you give it the appropriate, respectful name, and I just continue to screw it up? Because that's...
You know, we could do that for probably like 10 to 15 minutes.
We can do that. We can do that. That's really great. So you, and I mentioned this, started playing the ukulele at a very young age, right?
Yes, I started when I was 5. And it was just the instrument that I grew up learning how to express myself.
Right.
And I so happen to love classical music, metal music, but it's all played on this instrument.
Well, I want to get to that because that's one of the things you're known for. But you were busking. You were out on the streets at 5. You went out with your father.
I started actually when I was 7, a little bit more mature.
Yeah.
But
that's a very reasonable age to send your child out onto the street to try to make money.
Yes.
I mean,
I had a hard work ethic back in the day, and so I started playing on the streets of Kalakaua Avenue.
Right. That's the big commercial district in Waikiki with all the big shops on it and restaurants, tourists walking up and down all night.
Exactly. I loved it, and I kept doing it until the age of 13.
Wow.
And that's where one of the singers from the Don Ho show saw me playing, was on the streets of Waikiki.
Yeah.
And so I got to meet Uncle Don. I like to call him Uncle Don.
Sure.
I like to call him Uncle Don.
Right, Uncle Don.
my
and
gosh.
he really, he took me under his wing and, really showed me the ropes of how much it takes to put on a show.
Right.
And so I was with him for 5 years until his passing, and he really just introduced me to Waikiki, and then from there I started touring all over the world because the ukulele, everyone loves the ukulele.
That's
all over
absolutely
the
true.
world.
That's absolutely true. So it is true that one of the things you've done is you've really expanded people's understanding of what a ukulele can do, and I was hoping you could kind of demonstrate, because you're known, for example, for some remarkable covers. You just put out a cover of Joni Mitchell's Big Yellow Taxi.
I did.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so is there like anything like people would not expect to hear somebody play really well on a ukulele that you love to play for them?
Yes. I'm just going to go ahead and play it.
Go ahead.
And for those of you, yes. For those of you listening at home, this could be any of the panelists. You can't see this.
Yeah. All right.
Could be. What? Did you say something, Peanut Gallery?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope. Nothing was said.
Baba O'Reilly by The Who. Many people call it Teenage Wasteland, I think. I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure it's The Who, though. Or it could be a piece of classical music that The Who ripped off. Yeah, I'm totally wrong.
Christina.
Yeah. Wow.
That's amazing.
I was a...
Phantom?
Yeah. I was a
Phantom.
little bit rusty, but once I got going...
I have a
Really,
little
truly
question. I
great
thought you
caller.
were going to do like Smoke on the Water or something, but no. Can you do that?
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Stairway.
Well, Taimane, we have asked you here to play a game we're calling.
Mini guitar meet mini golf.
So,
Okay.
you like
All
smaller
right.
instruments. We thought we'd ask you about the tiny version of golf, miniature golf. Answer 2 to 3 questions correctly, you'll win our prize for one of our listeners. Also, who is Taimane playing for?
Jim Joplin of Lawton, Oklahoma.
All right.
All right, Oklahoma.
And you know they just love the ukulele in Oklahoma. So here's your first question.
Okay.
Most historians agree that miniature golf was invented in Scotland in the 1860s for one very specific reason. What was it? A, it was made for women who weren't allowed to play real golf because it was considered improper for them to raise their arms above their shoulders. B, a local aristocrat said, love the game, but can we do without all that walking? Or C, so a notorious sports gambler could win a bet that he could finish a whole round of golf in half an hour.
Oh, gosh. I'm
I
not
think
much of a
it's
walker
C.
myself. So I would love to say B. B's maybe not the vibe.
No.
That's not the vibe. It's not the vibe.
Yeah.
There's other, I'm just getting this feeling of A.
A. It is A. Yes, it's A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Thanks, you guys.
Apparently, back in Victorian Scotland, you couldn't have ladies scandalizing society by showing their pits.
When in doubt, go with misogyny.
Exactly.
Yep.
Got it.
All right, that was very good. Now, back in the early days, mini golf courses used to be different than they are today. How so? Was it A, instead of mechanical obstacles like windmills, children were hired to leap onto the course and swat away your ball? B, instead of hitting your ball into the mouth of a fake clown in the last hole, you do it to a real clown? Or C, instead of turf, the surfaces were made of goat hair dyed green.
You know, I just keep getting these feelings.
Vibes, these feelings. Where does it come?
You know?
The spirit of aloha.
I'm going to go with like the ocean, like the sea.
The sea, wise choice being Hawaii. Yes, it was sea.
Dyed goat hair.
Dyed goat hair
Wow.
was the surface of choice. This was before AstroTurf, of course. Last question. You can play thousands of mini golf courses around the world, including in some unusual places, like which of these? On the lip of a volcano in Stromboli, Italy, with real lava providing some of the obstacles.
Oh.
B, 400 feet underground in an abandoned Transylvanian salt mine. Or C, on the roof of the second tallest building in Dubai, where if your ball goes out of bounds, it really goes out of bounds.
It's either B or D.
I'm going to go with B.
You're going to go with the Transylvanian salt mine.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
It is called...
Wow.
I want it to be
It's called
C, but
Selina
no.
Turda, and it's got a whole amusement park down there along with the mini golf. It's the most popular underground tourist attraction in the world.
What's it called?
Selina Turda. No smart remarks, Paula. Also, how did Taimane
Paula
do on
Poundstone.
our quiz?
She's got the vibes, 3 out of 3.
There you go.
And my response was either B or D.
D, all of the above. Yeah, I vaguely remembered. I thought it was D too, because I vaguely remember it being all of the above, but
I definitely know that B was accurate, but the other one sounded, well, except for the live volcano in Italy.
wow.
I mean, yes, but also
Hawaii, man.
rich people do weird stuff.
Hawaii, man.
Yeah.
Rich people do weird stuff in Hawaii, man.
Yes, but he said Italy.
Rich people do weird stuff in Italy, too.
They do even weirder stuff in Italy.
Are there any active live volcanoes in Italy?
Technically. I mean, not open where you can just drop stuff down the hole, technically. But there are steam fissures where you could potentially achieve the same thing and get away legally with saying that.
Pedantics win again? Not sure which one of you got it right technically there, but pedantically, you've both made your point.
Etna technically is still active.
Have exposed lava.
I'm pressing play before we get too deep into this volcano.
Okay.
Yeah. Taimane is a singer-songwriter and one of the world's most celebrated ukulele players. For tour dates, head to taimane.com/live. Taimane. Taimane, everybody, give it up. So when we went to Hawaii, we of course took a plane, but champion long-distance swimmer Becca Mann saved on baggage fees and swam there.
In addition to swimming across the Maui Channel and back, Becca is a 2-time national champion in the 10-kilometer swim. And when she joined us last year, guest host Nagid Forsad asked her what spending that much time in the water does to a person.
So, you know, one of the things that I thought about, like when thinking about these adventures that you go on, is that you're in the water for a really, really, really long time. So what are some of the weird kind of physical side effects of this kind of swimming?
So when you're in salt water, you will start swelling. So like about 9 hours in, my nostrils were swollen together. And then when I got out of the water, my uvula was hanging onto the back of my tongue. and I couldn't swallow for the rest of the day. It was disgusting.
Oh, God. This is where I pretend to really.
Were you going to say something?
No, just going, ugh.
Yeah.
Really know what a uvula is.
Speed bag.
It hangs in the back of your.
What was that?
It's the speed bag at the back of your mouth.
Warner Brothers cartoons, man. Warner Brothers cartoons. Popeye, yep.
Oh, got you. Either way, I sense that this is bad. This again kind of conjures the question of like, why do you do this to yourself? But what is your what's your big goal now? I mean, you've already done so much. Is there another a record you want to set?
Yeah, so I actually after that swim, I took 5 years off of swimming. That was the last thing that I wanted to do with my career because I just narrowly missed my third Olympic team and I didn't want to end on a failure. So I love swimming, and I figured why not just see how long I can love swimming for in one period. And then after that, took 5 years off, and I was just really missing swimming. So I got back into it a year ago, and then made the national team again after 5 months of training. So I'm hoping. Thank you.
Daddy behavior.
Yeah, so now I'm just kind of taking it 6 months by 6 months and seeing what happens from there. And as long as I keep enjoying getting into the pool every day to train, I'm going to keep sticking with it.
When you're in the open water, are there people that are watching you or tracking you in some ways? You're not completely by yourself, right?
Yeah, so there was a kayak that was probably 5 to 10 feet away from me the whole time, and then a boat that would stay 200 meters ahead. And then every 20 minutes, I'd swim up to the boat, and my mom was actually on the boat, and she was violently seasick the whole time.
Oh my God.
She was not happy. She said, never doing this again. And she'd throw me a feed. We call them feeds. They're basically just liquid fuel. So a Gatorade with some sort of energy gel melted into it. So yeah, I wasn't fully alone, even though I couldn't touch the boat. Nobody was allowed to touch me because then you're disqualified if that happens. But there were people nearby in case I needed help or anything.
Okay, so there were people nearby. My question is,
what's that?
That just conjures up terrible imagery.
What's that? What's the imagery?
Well, first off, her mother is violently seasick. Violently seasick.
Yeah.
So, and this boat is however many meters ahead. So she is possibly swimming through. And then they throw her a liquid feed. So she was being fed like a baby bird while her mother was violently seasick.
Oh, I see how you got there, but why? I see how you got there, but why? Man, why?
Neurons don't like me.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, okay. Oh. Just, oh.
There's a connection. I will show you this connection. I don't want it. I don't care.
See, okay. This moment right here is the clown joke. Except for drawn out over 45 minutes.
Well, we are just clowning around.
Marceau, let's get on with the show.
What's the most incredible thing you've seen in the open ocean? Because I won't be going. I need to live vicariously through you.
I think I've seen 3 sharks, and I really love sharks. All of them it was 2 black tip reef sharks and then 1 white tip reef shark. And I think that they're just such beautiful creatures. All of them were very peaceful, and yeah, I love all the animals.
They're probably surprised to see you.
Yeah.
Girl, what are you doing in my house?
Oh yeah, they have
Maybe a little.
a real reputation for being peaceful. So that's
those ones in particular. I met some nice ones.
well. So speaking of like fish, have you ever like had a relationship with a fish in this style of my octopus teacher?
I can't say that I have.
I mean, are you open to that?
You know what? I'm open to everything. We'll see. We'll see where life takes me.
Do you
Stay
ever
away
like,
from the
swim in a
dolphins.
hotel pool and just like casually do laps, but also smoke everybody and show off?
Definitely. I think both. Depending on what kind of mood I'm in.
I would.
Oh, Becca, man. Well, we've actually asked you here to play a game we're calling.
Thanks for joining us.
So, you know all
Oh,
about... oh, no is right. You know all about open water. So we're going to ask you about closed water, aquariums. Answer 2 out of 3 questions correctly, and you'll win our prize for one of our listeners, the voice of any of us on their voicemail. Bill, who is Becca playing for?
Ryan Campbell of Houston, Texas.
All right.
All right. I won't let you down, Ryan.
Here's your first question. The San Antonio Aquarium has a touch tank which can provide guests with unique experiences like which of these? Is it A, an archerfish spitting water directly into your boyfriend's eye? Is it B, an octopus grabbing your 6-year-old by the arm and trying to climb out of the tank to get the rest of her? Or is it C, the can you handle a lionfish sting challenge?
I'm going to say C, just because I don't know if the aquarium would be able to get away with the first 2.
Oh, it is B. They got away with an octopus grabbing a kid. Don't worry.
Amazing.
Don't worry, the kid is fine. And it only took 3 adults armed with ice packs to make the octopus let go. But,
Wow.
all right, here's your
That's
next question.
scary.
The San Antonio Aquarium had another situation in 2018
I'm not sure, but I either really don't want to go to the San Antonio Aquarium or really, really do. There is no middle ground here, by the way. It is either all the way no or I'm all the way in.
Well, if that octopus has its way, you're all the way in.
All the way in. Yep. Let's find out what this new thing is.
when one of their sharks went missing. Fortunately, they were able to track it down quickly because security footage showed what? Was it A, one shark was hiding on the bottom of its tank while another shark buried it in the sand? Was it B, the shark jumping a barrier into the beluga whale tank where it was now playing with a whale like they were best friends? Or was it C, 2 people lifting the shark out of its tank, putting it in a baby stroller, and walking out of the aquarium?
See?
I think it's B. I think it's B. I don't think it's C because this ain't Florida. If it were Florida, I'd say, it's
Florida.
C. Huh?
It's Texas. They're trying to out Florida.
Yeah.
They want to be the biggest there is.
They can't. Australia's already got that.
Yeah,
like it.
exactly. Well, Australia's kind of a mix between Florida and Texas. Because, like, a lot of nature in Texas will try to kill you.
See, the thing is, Texas really hates it when you bring up Alaska and says they don't count as the biggest state because they're too cold. They don't count.
Yay.
Just because multiple cities in the state of Texas have more population than the state of Alaska doesn't mean anything.
Yes, this is true.
It's just because they're too cold.
option 3 again?
What?
Option 3 was the Florida option.
Yeah, Florida option.
You're going with two people trying to steal the shark in a baby carriage or something?
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that. Hey, Maddie Holmes. Thank you for the watch streak. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Zombie shark. Arr. Oh, you already got the shout out. Somebody got there before me. Hey, Mom. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Go, 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 go. I have a it can take up to about 9 minutes mix. Like, I guess mashup is the better term for it, of versions of Baby Shark that increase in speed all the way up to 150 BPM.
No.
Yes, it is a lot of fun when I do it. And as warning, I will sneak in the Jaws bass line. I will sneak in the Jaws bass line into whatever I'm playing before it. And so you'll hear the dun 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 dun. And then it'll disappear before the crescendo, and I'll bring it back a couple of times, and then I'll play the first verse and chorus of V.V. Brown's Shark in the Water. And then it's full-on Baby Shark time.
Only version of Baby Shark that I actually enjoy. Not that I actually have a problem, unlike some people who have good reason, with the standard version, but the one where actually there's a couple of versions of it, but where it's done as a soulful, like, dive bar song.
You know?
Yeah, that one has been the most bearable so far.
That could be... I could try to find a way to work that in. I can try to find... If I can find that one... If I can get my hands on that version, I think I can try to find a way to work that in.
Go, Maddie.
That's what she said. Yes, she did. Right before she spit on it. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Hey, Chris in a 386. A hell of a time to pop in, huh? Oh, yeah. We said too much about Florida Man, and Chris showed up. Oh, here's the shout out. All right, let's find out what happened at the San Antonio Aquarium with a shark. We're all going with It Got Florida Manned. All right.
Okay, I feel like it could be any of these three things.
Okay.
C seems like it would be the most fun, so I'm gonna go with C.
You're right. It is C.
Oh my God.
I can't believe you got that.
Hey, Chris, when did you go visit the San Antonio Aquarium? I didn't know you'd gone to visit that. Sorry you walked into abuse, man. Just your timing. Your timing.
I believe you got that. Police recovered the shark from the guy who wanted it for the, quote, extensive aquarium habitat in his garage. I really see a lot of myself in that guy. All right, here's your last question. According to a 2017 interview, when the sharks at one aquarium wouldn't mate, the staff solved the issue by doing what? Was it A, piping Salt and Peppa's Push It into the enclosure on a loop? Was it B, putting jasmine oil into their water as an aphrodisiac? Or was it C, putting lipstick on the female shark?
Oh my God, they played Salt and Peppa.
Okay, what's the audience thinking? A? Okay, I can't say no to that then. It has to be A.
Oh my God, that's right! Push It is a cross-species sexy song.
Wow.
Bill, how did Becca do on our quiz?
Well, she did swim.
I mean, it's a great song. I could see why it would work on sharks.
She did swim a very long way. So we're going to call her a winner, 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
All right.
I think you could call the audience the true winner, though.
Well, Becca Mann is a champion open water swimmer and a writer. Becca Mann, thank you so much for joining us on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
This summer I went swimming. This summer I might have drowned, but I held my breath and it kicked my feet.
Not at the moment, Maddie. I can't actually see it right now. I'm not on enough drugs. But I could conceive of how Salt and Peppa's Push It would be effective in getting sharks to mate. I would think it would almost work on pandas.
Thank you, everybody. Hey, if you want to come see us in person, we're here most weeks at the Studebaker Theater in downtown Chicago. You can catch us on the road as well. We'll be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on July 9th and in Sonoma, California on July 30th. For tickets and information to all our live events, go to nprpresents.org. Right now, Bill and I are busy getting the playlist just right for NPR's annual Beach Limbo Party.
Everybody is surprised by how low I can go.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest with you. I hope our panelists are...
Yeah, panda bears. I could see... I think... I don't... I walked into that. I walked right into that. And you gave me so many opportunities, too. Well played, Maddie. I think a panda bear's favorite song would be Ebony and Ivory. Well played.
They're spending their week off studying the news because apparently some of them haven't figured out that when they appear in our show, I might ask them about it. Here's some of our panelists covering up for their ignorance by being funny. Eugene, don't be alarmed, but this week we were assured that your airplane is not actually outdated and old just because it still has what?
Propeller.
No smoking
No
signs.
engine?
No, that would be a
Ashtrays.
problem. That,
Oh, okay.
You should be alarmed.
That it still has a no smoking sign?
Close. Not only does it have no smoking signs, which it shouldn't have because nobody smokes in airplanes, but it also seems to have still what?
Oh, the ashtrays?
Ashtrays,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
People have been seeing ashtrays in the lavatories of planes and thinking, oh my God, how old is this plane, right? You think, oh no, was this plane built in the 60s? And then you think about how well us people who were built in the 60s are holding together right now, and you start to panic. But you can relax. The Washington Post reported this week that the FAA still requires that all airplane bathrooms still have ashtrays. That way they can guarantee that the dirtiest thing in there is not the toilet seat.
Why do they have them?
The idea is you're not allowed to smoke on airplanes, and they tell you when they give the announcement, if you smoke there's smoke detectors in the bathrooms. If you smoke in there, it's a crime. Don't do it. But what if somebody does anyway? And they want to make sure that if somebody does break the law and lights a cigarette in there, they want a safe, fireproof place for them to put the cigarette besides a trash can, say, full of paper. And you especially don't want them flushing them down the toilet because that blue stuff in there, that's leftover jet fuel.
Wow. So then what happens?
That's exactly. You were on top of it. What did I... Chris comes in with, what did I miss?
See, I think the real reason why they still have the ashtrays in the bathrooms is so that when the FAA flight controllers actually fly, they got a place to smoke because they really stressed out about it.
Even if they're not actually lighting up, they've got a place to sit there and crush cigarettes and pretend that they're smoking for real.
Right. Man, Maddie, you were on top of that answer before they got it out. That was impressive. Oh, please, these people are just vaping now. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but for physical drama, vaping doesn't lend the same frustration and urgency to the situation as angrily crushing cigarettes.
It can. I have seen people hit a vape in an anxious and angry way.
I have too, and unfortunately to me it always looks like someone angrily blowing on a kazoo. Which makes me want to laugh at them and not feel pity or sympathy or empathy or anything else. It's like you're angrily huffing on a kazoo. This does not. No, I get that you're upset, but it is triggering the wrong emotion from me. I am going to walk away.
Now I need to find a way to make turbine whistles and secretly implant them or attach them to people's vape.
Maddie says, I have a feeling we're going to see 1 billion times worse outcomes with vaping and cigarettes. I think so, too. Oh, great. Now I want to see vape kazoos. Chris was a cigarette smoker, now a vape. Yep.
That's fine.
There was a hippie on the farm named Kana who would make these incredible walking sticks, but he also made all kinds of other things. And one thing he did was he made a bowl, a pipe, for smoking weed out of, that had one of those little whizzers in the mouthpiece. So every time you hit the bowl, it was... Vazoos, yeah. It was hilarious. I would like to see a vape kazoo as well. I would think that would be hilarious as well. I just realized that hippie communes are left-wing versions of those militia compounds. This country really hates communal living situation. Yeah, yes, and yes, it is. I mean, I was being trained when I was in the Rainbow Scouts. I was being trained in a extreme left-wing version of the extreme right-wing version of Boy Scouts. Just non-violent and non-competitive. Like, because it was based on Walden too, so it was all chilled out, man. So, yeah, like, yes, kind of very much was the left-wing version. Down to being almost... They weaponized forgiveness, military grade tolerance, nuclear acceptance. So, the commune is upstream by, probably 10 miles or so of Lake Anna, which, as Peanut Gallery pointed out yesterday,
repeatedly,
is just a giant cooling pond for the Lake Anna Lake Anna nuclear power plant. Walden to eccentric boogaloo. So Lake Anna power plant, nuclear power plant, is there on the lake, and they built the lake to cool the power plant. As a child, when I first entered public school, some of our field trips were to the nuclear power plant. Well, one of mine. Because my dad thought it would be absolutely hilarious to put me in his old No Nukes protest t-shirt. They didn't invite me back to visit the power plant ever again. Walden to electric vape kazoo. That's hilarious, even if they're against no nukes. I mean, it was a pretty funny move. But yeah, no, the commune wasn't actually against nuclear power. They were wrestling with, I think, this wasn't, I'm trying to remember when Chernobyl happened versus when, around this time. And I think it was maybe a decade or so earlier against.
Well, no, maybe not.
Against Cold War?
Chernobyl,
against Cold War.
Was 86.
86. When was 3 Mile Island?
3 Mile Island.
Yeah.
Huh?
Before that was 3 Mile Island.
It might have been 3 Mile Island, 79 or so. This was post 3 Mile Island.
Yeah.
There had been less than a decade since 3 Mile Island.
So yeah, 3 Mile Island was 79 and Chernobyl's 86.
And it was before Chernobyl, so I have not seen Chernobyl yet. That was at the time where I was switching over from watching entertainment media to really just taking in news media and educational media, news and education. I see. That's what I've heard. I've heard it is incredible, and I will see it at some point. I will. It's on the list. That long mythical list of
To be watched.
entertainment media. Yeah, TBW.
It ranks up there with an avid reader's to be read list.
Yep. Listen to the podcast that goes with it. It's hosted by Peter Siegel, the imminently punchable Peter Siegel.
Oh my, poor Peter.
All right. We'll do that. By we, I mean I will do that. I'm actually gonna find a way to do that without turning it into content. Because that's my first reaction to, to thinking about watching something new is, oh, how can I watch this on Twitch? But no, that, he's actually less punchable in it. The communal we. Yeah, the communal we. See, that's what comes with being a communitarian, is it's always a communal we. I've seen people watch even more mainstream stuff. Yeah. I mean, right now on Thursdays, we're watching Venture Bros. So, I mean, it's not like I'm not watching stuff for content. It's just, I need to remember that I need to draw a line in my life as, what's for personal and what's for content. Just so long as it's not a communal poo. I didn't even, man, the communal we just passed me right by, and I am glad it did. I'm not into that.
No, we walked by those yesterday. They were called porta potties.
Yep. Pants on content, pants off other content, pants missing personal. Pants off only friends.
Well, pants missing is content if you're in the Lego world.
This is true.
Shoes off only friends too. Links in the
Whose bio? We're not saying. Good luck.
See, okay. Speaking of which, lockpick and no pants. DJTS 1308 does exist on Facebook again. On Facebook, not even again. On Facebook. So let me fix up a couple of my skirts and make sure they're fully wearable. And hey, it all depends on how they use that gag order. Nah, there are real warriors that think that way too. Yeah. Oh, does that count as a biohazard? Links in the bio. Nice. I lost track of where I was. You guys got me so turned around here. The gag. It was the gag. It was the ball gag order. Just got me distracted. Oh yeah, No Pants Sunday Raid Train. That's what I was saying. So yeah. Send me the link on Discord, over Discord, and I will hit it up. Yep. Because that's where we are rating today after the show. Sunday No Pants Raid Train. All right. Speaking of the show, let's get on with it.
To the cocaine that I have in there.
Well, excuse me,
You can
what?
snort that right off the toilet seat.
Yeah. Yeah, the No Pants Facebook link. And after the show, I will go get on that. And the rest of you, don't mistake pants for trousers. If I'm not wearing a skirt during my Sunday No Pants set, don't mistake pants for trousers.
Yes.
Were you going to say anything else?
Nope.
The number of times when I've been wearing a skirt that I've gotten a compliment on my kilt and I've had to turn to them and be like, "This is no kilt, sir. This is a skirt."
There are multiple reasons why I would wear a kilt over a skirt. Not over as in physically, but
I was picturing it. I was going, you know what?
Took it the wrong way.
I was picturing it. I was picturing wearing a kilt over my favorite skirt. And I thought, you know what? That would actually look pretty good. Like, because my favorite skirt is this long, flowy, almost canvas-like material. And it's very simple. It's, but it has this sort of billowy, bunchy sort of thing going on with it too, that's just a slip. Pantaloons. I mean, yeah, that would make it a slip. That would turn it into a slip. But yeah, it would just, I could see how that would look, because the long skirt coming out from underneath the kilt would look really cool, I think. Oh, no. Way less fancy than that. It comes down off my hips about like that. It does not go nearly that far out.
You need a bustle.
That would take care of the no ass thing.
I'm not sure if I'm hurt.
Butt cheeks.
17 and 18, yeah.
What I need... Oh, you gotta wear this one. Oh, yeah. Okay, yes. That would be... I don't have enough room to wear that one. As I look at the area in which I DJ, and I am like, oh no, I would break things. I meant what I typed. I need a butt. I don't need a bustle. I need a butt. That's what I need. I just have no ass. I mean, none. And I just need...
Well, women since the time before have been trying to figure out how to grow one, and for the ones that are not able to grow one, they invented the bustle, among other things. But, wearing a bustle is probably far less invasive, far less painful, and far cheaper than butt implants.
Kind of like this one. Looks like it's comfortable to sit on.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking about getting
that would work.
A modern version of that. The Spanx with the pockets where you can stick the filler in.
Yeah. I mean,
wouldn't a crate of Pringles have the same effect? 1800s butt implants would have been scary. Yes, they would have.
I mean, we already have to worry about what they're shoving in there. At that time frame,
go to my ass. Nothing goes to my ass. Lockpick. It all stops like above the waist. Like when I get larger in my spare tire. My spare tire gets bigger. That's all. There's got to be a method to do this naturally. Look at the Kardashians.
You could send him that.
That was not natural, Lockpick. Whatever happened to them was not natural.
No. No. It's the Kardashians. That's no.
They're sponsored by Tupperware.
Yes.
Simpsons did it? Oh, God.
No, we're not doing that one either. It might have been Butterware, but they didn't have that trademarked as well as Tupperware.
Butterware. When Caitlyn Jenner is the normal one in the family, you gotta. Yeah. Yup. Butterware. How did we get on talking about my lack of ass again? I'm pressing play before we go further.
Probably be a good idea.
Caitlyn is nowhere close to the normal one. In that family, she is. I am not talking about the family.
Yep. Yes, Maddie, that is exactly how I say that word.
Peanut Gallery. If that weren't true, I'd be irritated. Off stream, he texts me, I thought you were a bottom. I thought a lot of things went straight to your ass. I'm airing you out on that one. Yeah, exactly. Washing machine. Yeah.
Oh.
There's
washing machine, wash rag.
Call me a carb because I'm going straight to your ass.
Where's the button for lockpick?
Washington.
Yep.
Wash your hair with the water in the sink.
Yep.
Which is very Baltimore. And then lockpick happened.
I need to make more sound buttons for this.
I'm pressing play before this gets worse.
Also, people are upset.
About a lot.
It's true. Yeah. Actually, I wasn't even a question. I was people are upset. No, people are upset in Thailand after a parade there went by this museum full of priceless cultural artifacts. And then what happened?
They broke in and stole.
No. I'll give you a hint. We don't know why they routed the annual subwoofer celebration parade by the National Museum of Tippy Objects.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I grew up in the South, and dudes would have these woofers in their cars, and they drive by and they rattle every dish, every window in your house. And so they just rattled those artifacts and destroyed them.
That's exactly what happened. The loud music from the parade shattered priceless artifacts. The parade celebrates this particular province's unique contributions to Thai culture, including Rod Hay, which is the relatively recent tradition of modifying cars and trucks with, yes, super powerful loudspeakers. Okay, bad enough, but why did the parade also follow those with floats filled with those sopranos singing so high they shattered glass? The noise was so loud it knocked several priceless pieces of historical pottery off their shelves onto the floor where they shattered. What's the problem? Now there are a bunch more objects and they're much more reasonably priced.
Yeah, I was going to say, they were priceless before, now they have a price.
Exactly. Now we know. Capitalism.
4 for $1.
I think it's great. More destructive parades. I want to see like a Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade where a wind gust makes Snoopy take out the entire Metropolitan Museum.
That, you know what?
What?
Something close. I used to have this picture that I got from a newspaper, and I had it on my notebook for the longest time. It was one time at the Macy's Day Parade, you know, they had a underdog inflatable.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And he had like a menacing look, like his eyebrows were, you know, and he was pointing, and a gust of wind caught it, and it went like towards people, and the people scattered.
Sure.
And it was such a great, so that's actually, I mean, it didn't destroy a museum, but I do feel it's a similar story, and that's why I told it.
Yeah.
Katie, according to the New York Times, contrary to the popular belief,
Underdog is here.
Yeah, she was so excited to tell that story. She forgot that she didn't have a punchline.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're a comedian, when you're a comic, especially when you're doing a show like this, but just in general, it's you're expected to have a punchline to every story you tell, or alternatively, a moral or a reason, you know, some. And she forgot that she was expected to have something like that. When she just got so excited, she got into it, she got to the end, and she realized she didn't have a joke. And that's happened to me so many times. Like, and I'll just get to the end of the story and be like, and that happened. And people are looking at me like, aren't you supposed to be the funny one? Where's the punchline? That's not funny. That's also not depressing. That's just a story. What's wrong with you?
The punchline is the people standing up, lining up beside you to hit your face.
Bold choice. Trevor mansplaining how jokes work to Paula Poundstone. Oh, yeah. Now explain underdog to the under 50s. You think underdog's secret power ability would be allowed today? I'm going with the underdog thing instead of the mansplaining jokes to Paula Poundstone. I feel incredibly called out there for good reason. I just didn't even realize I was doing that. I have to imagine everybody in here knows who Underdog is. Like, I don't think we have anybody in the crowd too young to know Underdog. And no, I don't think his power, especially because he had to take a pill to gain his powers, I do not think that would be allowed today. That'd be like, no. We'll find something else. We'll figure something else out. Pressing play before I get called out again.
Popular belief held by many pet owners, all dogs are what?
Oh.
Good boys. All
the popular
dogs are
belief
good
is that
dogs.
they're all lovely, so I would say me. What are you even asking me for, Tom? All dogs are destined for hell?
I'll give you a hint. Maybe it'll narrow it down. These are the creatures that literally chase their own tails.
So actually, they're all really dumb?
Yes, dumb.
Hell yeah. I knew that. I knew that about my dog.
Yeah, mine too.
Mine's very dumb, and she's loud about it.
Yeah.
The New York Times wants you to know your dog is most likely not a genius.
More of a Mighty Mouse fan.
Which is weird because they're always trying to get my dog to sign up for the Wordle. Opening word, grr. Josh.
Yes.
You have a pug.
I do.
Smart or dumb?
Dumb. She's so dumb. We bought her a step so that she can hop up onto the couch because the couch cushion's kind of high. She sits on the step and is like, come on, get me the rest of the way.
CBS had a show called Limitless that was actually really solid. It got canceled despite being pretty popular. I think it's because halfway through CBS realized the premise is guy takes a illegal pill to get really smart and wins every episode. Yeah. Head Not Right.
Off of the movie. That was the same thing.
Yeah. Was Alice? Is that the movie?
No, Limitless.
Oh.
It was exactly that name.
Okay.
Kind of like how there's the series, The Lincoln Lawyer. The movie, The Lincoln Lawyer.
Yes.
I am unaware of these things.
It's okay. You might want to add it to your watch list later.
Okay. Head Not Right said more of a Mighty Mouse fan, but Gurr is my idol, so take that with a healthy dose of pepper. Exactly. You say here I come to save the day. We say doom 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 doomy doom 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 doomy doom 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 doom.
Oh.
Now, I grew up watching Mighty Mouse, and I will occasionally say something that most people don't understand where the heck it comes from, or what I'm parodying, because it's, here I come to make things worse.
I love it. Is that smart or dumb the dog? Is that smart or dumb the dog is waiting for the owners to pick them up fully? Oh, yeah, right? Limitless started off as a movie. This was a TV show this was a TV show spinoff. The show was better. And Head Not Right says exactly. All right, we are caught up on comments for now. Let's start the show before comments come back.
I have a pug too.
Is your pug smart?
No. No. So dumb. So dumb. What does your dog smell like? Your pug smell like?
She doesn't smell great.
Mine has a very distinct smell. I want to know if this is just a pug thing.
Is it because we've had moments of the Frito smell?
Fritos.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all dogs,
That's all
I think.
dogs.
Yeah, my dog smells like Fritos,
Fritos.
too.
Yeah.
You smell like Fritos. You're like, this dog isn't that bright. And then you smell them and you're like, I just want to meet your face.
Sets my tail wagging, my tongue is almost dragging. I just can't keep bragging. Hey, I'm a lucky dog.
Finally, Lucy Dacus is one of the most popular singer-songwriters working today, both on her own and with the supergroup Boy Genius. When she joined us in December, I asked her if it was true that she put out her first record as a favor to a friend.
Yeah, he had a school project to do, and my friend was working at Reba McEntire's studio.
Yeah.
And he was like, no one's scheduled on this Saturday, should we sneak in? And so the whole record, we recorded it in one day, illegally. Well, I don't know if it's illegal, but without approval.
Right. And I guess the first question is, did he get a good grade?
I never asked him that.
Really? He didn't fail and have to have you record another record, did he?
Yeah, and that's what Historian is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was the second project.
Yeah.
That's an amazing story. You started playing guitar, I'm told, at 12 years old?
I would say the correct answer is yes.
The correct answer is yes. I like the fact that you're already getting to the quiz aspect. That's good.
I'm not very, I'm still like not the best at guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like guitar at that time was hardly listenable.
Really? But you're actually quite an accomplished guitarist. You were on a list of one of the greatest of all time, I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you remember, I'm always curious about this, artists like yourself, like what your first songs were like when you first wrote a song. Do you remember what it was?
I had a song called Stupid Cupid, which was like, why won't Cupid come to me? I was probably like 7 years old.
What?
Yeah, I know.
You were already like pining for a partner at 7?
Yes.
Stupid
I mean,
Cupid.
I also had a song that was about people who are upset when someone cheats on them, but it is probably their fault because why would they cheat on you if you weren't hard to be with?
Wait.
Again, I was probably like 8 years old.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, you were 8 years old. And
What was happening at your elementary school?
I'm glad I don't remember.
Yeah. You also, in your early days before you recorded that school project and began to become very popular, you worked at I didn't even know that these still existed within a young person's lifetime, but a photo processing shop in Richmond where you grew up?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Richmond Camera.
Richmond
Thank
Camera.
you.
Did that experience inspire any of your writing?
Richmond Camera still has multiple locations, I believe. I believe there's still a Richmond Camera here in Charlottesville. In Charlottesville. I'm not entirely certain.
I don't think so, honestly.
No? You think they're fully gone away?
No, you are right. They do have a spot down on High Street.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Where Something Horse t-shirts used to be.
Wild Horse t-shirts?
Mm-hmm. The t-shirt printing place. And then, and before that,
No. Well, no, actually, they do not. They still have that spot listed.
but they're
They have
closed.
it. Yeah, The spot they have listed is on High Street, but it's the one. Oh, you know where Jack and Jill is?
Yeah.
The hill?
And you used to be able to look in their parking lot and look up the hill and see the big camera store, and they had the lens on the top of the building. Yeah. That's the location they still have listed, and that is definitely closed and has been closed.
Oh, okay.
That's the Charlottesville location they have.
Yeah, that's the word. Ah, yeah, Crazy Horse. That was the location I was talking about, but that's closed.
Right. Yeah, that one is closed.
Open? Are they still open in Richmond? Oh, or do they have another spot in Charlottesville? They're now more of a camera store than or they transferred over to being a camera store. More of a camera store than a film developer, but I think they still do did develop, because there were still some film. There still are people who shoot on film.
Let's see.
Better pictures.
All right, let me see.
They
appear to be pretty much just online now.
Okay. But Richmond Camera still exists.
Let's see. They started out in 1938.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Do they have... Yeah, they appear to be pretty much just online, although it looks like, from the way the logo's done, yeah, there's a Richmond Professional Lab for professional photo processing and stuff. That seems to be like their offshoot that is available. That they actually have their lab in Richmond.
Okay.
So it's like the bulk of the Richmond camera stuff is online, especially for the home photographer person, but they do have a professional lab for doing other things.
Do they do they do prints?
Their generic one does. The lab, they seem to do things like sports banners, things like that. They do wedding and portrait packaging things. So they do the pictures for you. Or they take the pictures for you as well.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting. Neat. Sometimes they'll do David Bowie.
Okay.
All right.
Hire any of your writing?
Well, it was so mindless, and it was 8 hours a day, and so I would sit and do my like da-da-da, 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 and then I had a pad of paper, and I would write songs, and I'd get home, and I'd get on the guitar, and I'd write like a song a day at that time, which is not like what I do anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you considered, I mean, you seem to be nostalgic for when you were that productive. Have you considered taking on like a mindless day job again just to reignite the creative spirit?
Yeah, I think you're being funny, but I'm not.
Really?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I mean, no, I get it.
You're ready.
I get
Somebody hire this woman for drudge work so she can reach
Like the
heights of
photo
productivity.
counter at Walgreens. I think that's exactly how you dress.
Why not?
In 2019, you released a song on certain holidays throughout the year and then put out a record of them all called Holidays, and I love this record. How did you decide which holidays to do?
The real truth is that I had recorded a bunch of things for no reason because it's fun to do. And I was like, when are these going to see the world? And so I realized that some of them had like a holiday aspect. Others, I kind of could make it up. like Dancing in the Dark, we just said that Bruce Springsteen's birthday is a holiday, which I stand by.
Right.
And then like In the Air Tonight, like that was kind of eerie, so we did it for Halloween.
I also wanted to ask, as you say, one of the holidays, Bruce Springsteen's birthday, and you do think that's a holiday? You're a big fan, right?
It was in my house growing up. I mean, it was written out. We had like a big calendar in the kitchen where we put like, you know, basketball practice, church, Bruce Springsteen's birthday.
Wow. Please tell me you called it. Please tell me you called it the Springsteenth.
The Springsteenth? You're a genius. That's crazy. I have to call my dad. Yeah.
I saw a picture of you with Springsteen. So you did meet him, right?
Did you tell him? Did you tell him about the Springsteenth?
No.
Oh.
What?
I already knew. Like I'm not that like phased when I meet people, but he like is so important to my dad and to me. And I like showed up at a friend's birthday party and like saw him and I was like, I need to go. I'm about to make a fool of myself. And so I was crying at the bar to a friend. I was like, this is weird and I should go. And so then I turned around and he was right there. And he actually like knew me and knew my music already. So I was just like, I think you're the best. And he was very gracious and he seems to be like the guy that you want him to be, which is not always true.
It's always true. Well, Lucy Dacus, it is a pleasure to talk to you, and we have invited you here to play a game.
I've only ever heard good things about him.
Boy Genius meet Boy Geniuses.
So your band is called Boy Genius, so we're going to ask you 3 questions about geniuses who are also boys. Answer 2 out of 3. Well, you're rolling your eyes. I did warn you earlier it would be dumb. I mean, you can...
I feel like genius is opposite of dumb, so...
Okay,
let's go.
Let's go. All right, I appreciate that. Was very charitable. Okay. So, as I was saying, answer 2 to 3 questions correctly, and you'll win our prize for one of our listeners. Also, who is Lucy playing for?
Kimberly Ramos of Chicago, Illinois.
All right. Here's your first question. Math genius Suborno Bari started at NYU last fall at the age of 12. When a reporter asked him, do you sometimes wonder at the fact that you're only 12? What was his response? A, quote, why wonder at that when there's dark matter to wonder about? B, quote, not really, I've seen my birth certificate. Or C, quote, yes, mainly when my classmates go to a bar without me.
I am so going with B.
I'm going to say the second option. I think it's 2.
You are right.
Or
It was
B.
B. Yes, he said, yes, I've seen my birth certificate. He is a math genius. He can count to 12. All right. Here's your next question. Doogie Howser was a fictional boy genius who, in the show, completed med school at the age of 14. But the actor who played him, Neil Patrick Harris, was not a medical prodigy. So how did he get through the scenes where he had to spout a lot of medical jargon while performing surgery?
I remember
Was
this.
it A, he recorded each big word just one at a time, and then the editors would just cut away to the nurses a lot to make it sound like he was saying it all at once? B, he put a card with his lines written on them inside the surgical wound he was supposed to be operating on? Or C, the actor playing the patient on the operating table would whisper the lines to him, taking advantage of the fact you couldn't see his mouth under a oxygen mask.
I'm going to say B because...
You're going to say B. You're right.
Yeah.
It was.
Yay!
All right. Here is your last question. Get this right, you'll be perfect. Boy geniuses from around the country were once invited to participate in a game show called Our Little Genius, where prodigies answered nearly impossible questions in the pursuit of winning $500,000. But the show, though recorded, never aired. Why? A, the network head said, people already feel dumb watching game shows. Now we're going to make them feel dumber. B, the phone a friend feature failed when every single contestant asked, does my mom count? Or C, it was shut down when it was revealed the kids weren't actually geniuses. Producers were just feeding them the answers right before they filmed.
C.
I feel like we live in the world of C.
We do, sadly. It is a fallen world that we live in, and you are correct. It was C. The whole thing was a scam. It was never broadcast. Also, how did Lucy do in our quiz?
She did great. 3 out of 3.
Well done. Great. Lucy Dacus is a singer-songwriter and 1/3 of the supergroup Boy Genius. Her new album, Forever Is a Feeling, is out now. Lucy Dacus, thank you so much for joining us on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure to talk to you. Take care.
Likewise.
Bye-bye.
Well, all right, friends. That was the show. We didn't have the regular news show this week, so what do you think is going to be on the show next week? Unless anything massive happens this week.
I think all right, you've got the thing with the Great American County Fair or State Fair with all the artists dropping out of that.
Oh, yeah, the 250 celebration.
Yeah, you've got that. That'll probably be on there. They will probably bring up the fact that Trump has done yet another physical cognitive exam, et cetera, so forth, and there are concerns.
Mm-hmm.
What's the sound between his ears?
Yes. You'll probably have the Kennedy Center ruling.
Oh, yeah. He has to take his name off Kennedy Center.
Wherein apparently someone has come back and said it'll do damage to the building, but it's effectively, they've been told, fine, deal with it, fix the building anyway. And Trump's response
was, no, I won't.
Was the very whiny, well, I'm going to give it back to Congress then, since you don't want me to save it.
Right.
It was never yours in the first place.
It was Congress's in the first place, yes. He should not have had anything to do with it.
Right.
But, since they won't save it, he's going to give it back to them because, let's see, what else stupid stuff? There's the whole continuation of we're under a ceasefire, but we're secretly attacking you anyway because you deserve it, malarkey.
Oh, yeah.
Not attacking on either side.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're supposed to be under a ceasefire, but the war still goes, and it's still kinetic conflict.
You've got the green card thing.
Green card
in
thing?
which they have tried to make it so that if you are applying for a green card, you have to leave the country before you're allowed to apply for it.
You have to leave the country and apply for a green card at a U.S. consulate in the other country.
Right. That is not.
I have a question about that. Isn't that like, if you're in the country? I mean, I know it's illegally. If you're in the country illegally and you exit the country and then you come back, you can't come back for 10 years or something. So, like,
it's if you get, all right. It has gotten really messed up. What it used to be.
Okay.
Was if you are here illegally and you get kicked out, you have to wait 10 years, roughly.
Okay.
If you are here on a valid reason and you leave before your stuff expires, you can come back again.
Or it expires.
You can come back again before it expires. You can come back and reapply to get another visa to visit. Okay. And you don't have to wait an extended period of time. If you are here and your stuff expires because you are waiting to get your green card stuff, then you end up in kind of a hazy world of stuff.
Okay.
where you're here legally, but now you're kind of illegal because of somebody else's paperwork taking forever.
Right.
And depending upon the duration and what everything was to start with, in general, it was kind of understood that if they had to deport you, you had to wait the 10 years. If you left of your own volition and applied of your own volition while waiting on the green card, it was kind of seen as you understood that your time was up and you would have a chance to reapply, or your paperwork would continue on.
Mm-hmm.
But this is more a case of, even if you are here legally on your visa and you're applying for a green card, they want you to leave, period.
Right.
And that's not going well.
No, I imagine not.
Neither is the $1 million gold pass for green cards that he's tried to set up.
$5 million.
Yeah.
Sorry, $5 million.
$5 million gold. I bet that isn't going well. I haven't heard anything about it, but I'm sure that's...
Well, when they first announced it, they said people are going to be lining up around the world to do it. The same old hyperbole BS that they shout out every time and swear it's not hyperbole.
Yeah.
And then when they implemented it, they said, yeah, we already have 1,000 people signing up for this. And yeah, they had two.
Wow.
They said in an official release that they had 1,000 people who have signed up for it.
But that's not so. They might talk a little bit about the supposed current numbers for the quote-unquote Trump accounts, which are the savings accounts that were set up supposedly for babies born between 2025 and 2028.
Are those going, tragically bad as expected?
In order to have any input or anything into what's going on or add money to this account, you have to download the special app to do it. In and of itself, that's not terrible, but the app does not look all that.
It sounds sketchy to me.
Yeah. Supposedly they have a couple 100,000 people that have signed up.
Okay. I mean, I get why. It is sort of like free money.
Yeah, it is. But
they probably drained it all for the anti-weaponization account.
Well, supposedly they can. That's supposed to be in an entirely different trust fund set up for this. And
which is also, by the way, deeply under question and could be nullified. There are two separate judges looking into that.
Oh, no. There is specifically two judges that have reopened the case. There are a great number of judges that have gotten together and filed an amicus brief supporting opening this case.
Ooh. Okay.
And besides, anything with them should not be called a trust. It is a distrust.
Yeah. It is.
Yes.
And I'm still looking at that and going, I forget exactly how much the initial endowment was.
1.776 billion.
Yeah.
So
1776.
That should be a significant number of families, and so far you've got.
Oh wait, you're talking about the other one.
Yeah.
That was merely a couple 100 million.
Yeah. Which
Still.
At $1,000 a pop, that's
Yeah.
I don't know how many families are actually going to be able to cash in on that and claim it, because they had some interesting. Supposedly, you only had to have a child born during this time to sign them up.
Right.
But it kind of looks like their requirements to be able to sign up are
expanding.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You must take the pledge of Trump allegiance.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like it's trying to filter out the non-loyal and reward the loyal.
Let's see. We had the Blue Origin rocket explosion.
Yep.
We had the. It may show up, it may not. We had the dog that shot the woman at the convenience store in Nebraska.
Say what now?
The dog that, with heavy air quotes, shot someone walking by the truck at a convenience store in Nebraska.
Dog stepped on the gun or something?
Shotgun in the back seat.
Dang.
And it fired through the door and hit someone walking by the truck at that moment.
Wow.
Heck me or else.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, that's...
Yo, where are my treats?
Yes. Because it was a shotgun, because it was pellets that had to go through
a door.
Other things, the person was not terribly injured, but they were hurt.
Who's a good boy? Wrong answer.
Am I a good dog? Am I a good dog? Yes.
Let's see.
Sorry, I was just checking to make sure Deadpan Dog wasn't drawing down on me or anything.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing there. Make sure of that. You've got, was it New York has made it something, and California is behind them. Resolutions that anybody that accepts the slush fund money will get taxed at 100% for it.
I like it. That's a good one.
It's more than just those two states. I think there are like 5 states that have passed it so far.
It's been growing.
Smart. Let's see what they did there. You think you're going to take taxpayer money? We'll take that right back.
Mm-hmm. People that were hurt are suing because of that particular ruling, so that's busy slowly going through courts. You've got the Mangione thing. I think they've already touched on that, though.
Yeah, I think so.
With the ruling about a bunch of the stuff in his bag, they are not allowed to use it in court.
Right.
Because it was searched before they made it to the station and technically illegally done so.
Yep.
I think the update is they are allowing the gun.
They're allowing what was searched at the station itself, which the cop on the scene, one of them stopped. The other person's like, no, don't do that. And took the bag itself into evidence to be searched at the station, and that's how come the gun and the other thing are allowed in, is because they had not been taken out yet.
Right.
Everything else that was taken out before there was disallowed.
Okay.
That is a legitimate procedural point.
Yep.
It is. It is. Geez. I feel like I know other stuff has been going on in the news.
More shots fired at the White House.
Oh, yeah?
As in, they had a reporter doing live coverage who turned around to look at the White House behind her because you could hear all the shots going off.
Hoy vey.
I do not know the status of the reflecting pool, but there are jokes going around that it's only half painted.
Not surprised.
Trump is ordering military personnel to attend his UFC fight and be in the audience in uniform, but he is making them pay their own way to get there, and they have to pass all of the same stupid restrictions that he put on them attending his birthday celebration last year. We want to show up, but you have to look good to do it.
Yep. Israel and Lebanon are going at it harder than usual, apparently. Heard something about that.
Yeah.
Well, okay. We'll see if any of that is on the show next week.
Oh, the other one that they probably will make it is the is Colbert and the fact that CBS tried to pull that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Tried to do a copyright claim on his stuff, even though he no longer works for them, and he started up his own show on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Yeah. We'll see how that holds up.
And the Pope being someone that is
disarm AI.
Yeah.
Disarm AI. I can't remember what the name of the book that he wrote was, but the main soundbite has been disarm AI.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not just that. It's
I wouldn't be surprised if they get the Pokemon card in the lightning round.
Yeah. It's the fact that he's doing a whole bunch of pop culture stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the signing somebody's Pokemon card.
Well, so you got that. You've got his thing about AI, and when he did that, he was quoting Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's funny. That's cute.
So you've got CBS, you've got the Pope.
I think we've covered just about everything, and we'll we'll go through this again on Saturday, and then again before the show on Sunday. So
yeah.
Well, all right. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Peanut Gallery. Thank you, everybody in the audience. Thank you, Head Not Right. Thank you, Maddie Holmes. Thank you, Lockpick. Thank you, Chris in the 386. Thank you, Just Me, Crystal. Thank you, Darth Dragonis. Did I miss anybody in the chat? I don't believe so. I think that's everybody.
Oh, I think that was everyone.
Thank you, all of you lurkers. Much love. Stick around for the raid. We are going to be raiding out to the Sunday No Pants Raid Train hosted by Lockpick. Currently, who is on? Is it BBS? Who's currently on the... Oh, no, it is Lockpick. We are going to be raiding out to Lockpick of the Sunday No Pants Lockpick Raid Train. Don't say whatever you're thinking, Trev. Just don't say it. Say less. Say less. Thank you for being here. Stick around for the raid. Now is the time on the show when I say, as they say around here, 2 up, 2 down, VA, double deuces. We're out, y'all.
Well, I thought we were just having a bit of fun, but genuinely, my bum has never been more closed. So just to show what the actual prize is for the climax of the series, this is what Jack's brought in. It's just a drill, is it? Well, and the loop and the laughs. Yeah. Well, I think it's for real, though. Yeah, it's all, yeah. Oh, very good. It's a very good joke, but no one understood. What was it? It's just a drill. Yeah. No, it is actually.